Unveiling the Tartarian Mystery, a world forgotten by time. Have you ever had the unsettling feeling that the history we've been taught all our lives might not be the full truth? That perhaps entire chapters of humanity's past have been meticulously erased, leaving behind only whispers of what once was? Tonight, we're delving into one of the most chilling and mysterious theories to ever surface, a tale of grandeur, destruction, and concealment. This is the story of the Tartarian Theory, a forgotten empire shrouded in shadow, mystery, and unsettling questions. Open your eyes, but be warned. Once you step into the world of Tartaria, you may find its echoes haunting you long after the video ends. Historians often speak of ancient empires, Rome, Egypt, Mesopotamia, all inscribed in the annals of history. But some claim there's another empire, one few have dared to discuss openly. Tartaria, a vast utopian civilization rumored to have stretched across continents, boasting innovations far ahead of its time. The Tartarian Empire doesn't appear in your textbooks, and for many historians it doesn't exist. But curiously, ancient maps from the 16th and 17th centuries include references to a place called Tartary. Could this be a name erased so seamlessly we would never think to question its absence? Or is it all an illusion, a trick of the human mind? It begins with fragments, illustrations of vast architectural wonders and visions of unexplained grandeur. But soon, the fragments come together in a way that feels almost too precise for comfort. One of the most haunting aspects of the Tartarian theory lies in its supposed evidence: architecture. All over the world stand colossal buildings, strangely ornate and seemingly anachronistic. These vast domes, intricate columns, and towering facades seem out of place. Many of them stretch back to eras supposedly incapable of supporting such advanced design and engineering. Consider the questions these structures raise. How were they built? And why does their grandeur echo similar myths across hundreds of miles, blending cultures that should have never intersected? Historians often attribute these marvels to established empires of their respective regions, but a growing group of believers have another theory. They propose these buildings, cathedrals, palaces, even old World Exposition Halls, are remnants of Tartaria's once unmatched sophistication. Walk the streets of St Petersburg or Chicago, and you may catch glimpses of these buildings. Let your eyes linger on the details: sculpted arches, delicate carvings, impossible stonework. Could these be remnants of a shared heritage we've been systematically told to forget? Or are they simply remnants of other, better documented societies? Either way, these haunting structures beg to be examined. One of the darker aspects of the Tartarian mystery lies in its proposed downfall. The theory introduces a catastrophic event, something known only as the Mud Flood. Believers claim this sudden worldwide cataclysm buried entire cities, leaving behind a shattered world and only fragments of Tartaria's existence. Photographs of old cities show partial buildings underground, windows and doorways disappearing into the earth. Were they sunken by human design, caused by natural disaster, or unearthed as evidence of something more sinister? The mud flood acts as the perfect culprit in this mystery, a force capable of literally burying the truth. Imagine entire civilizations vanishing overnight, their stories trapped beneath layers of dirt, stone, and history. Proponents of the theory ask, could this be why so much of our history feels disconnected, incomplete? Could a single natural or unnatural event have wiped out not just a people, but the very memory of their existence? Acknowledging the Tartarian theory means asking hard questions. What if history was rewritten? What if we are holding incomplete accounts of our own world in our hands? According to believers, history wasn't just lost, it was erased. Maps that once labeled vast territories as Tartary have all but disappeared, rewritten to reflect smaller, modern-day nations. Believers suspect world governments or secretive societies have a hidden motive to redact the evidence. But why? Could Tartaria's dissolution have posed a threat, a knowledge too powerful, a society too free, or innovations too advanced to let slip into mainstream history? Or alternatively, is it paranoia to question whether this ancient empire existed at all? The more you search for answers, the more fragmented the trail becomes. Why does that silence feel deafening? Much of the Tartarian lore grows darker as we delve into claims of lost technology, According to some proponents, Tartaria wasn't just a city of cultural brilliance, it was technologically advanced beyond its time, rivaling even modern achievements. They credit it with wireless energy towers, airships, and architectural knowledge we can't replicate today. A chilling suggestion arises. If Tartaria was advanced enough to harness something like unlimited energy, could this technology have been hidden for profit, control, or power? The lack of tangible artifacts raises both hope for discovery and a fear that such secrets, if they existed, were long destroyed. Exploring the Tartarian mystery has a strange, almost hypnotic effect. Its pieces may not fit perfectly, but their mere presence is unsettling. Maps with erased territories, global architectural marvels, hidden depths beneath once grand buildings swallowed by the earth. Together they spin a tale of grandeur and tragedy, of something too immense to have simply disappeared by accident. But Tartarian lore also lives in the margins, its believers nearly outnumbered by skeptics. Scientists, archaeologists, and historians push back against the theory, dismissing it as a mishmash of pseudo-history and conspiracy. They offer simpler explanations for complex questions. Architectural styles repeating across cultures, the natural subsidence of buildings over centuries, and the conflation of separate historical narratives. Yet for every skeptic's argument lies an indelible question. Why do these theories, these remnants, persist? Could it be because they speak to our deepest fears, that humanity itself may lose its future just as this purported civilization lost its past? By now, a more spine-tingling question must be haunting your thoughts. If a civilization like Tartaria could vanish so completely, what does that mean for us? If their immense innovations in culture could be hidden or destroyed, would we even notice such forces at play in our own time? Who would benefit from rewriting the past, manipulating a people's understanding of its origins? Some say power lurks behind such disappearances, while others argue human ignorance leads to the loss of such truths. And what about the mud flood? The eerie image of entire cities submerged with no tangible explanation beckons the nerves as much as it engages the intellect. Its chilling ambiguity forces us to reckon with just how fleeting our existence might truly be. This is the true horror of the Tartarian mystery. It's not just the odd photos, maps, or tales. It's the idea that vast swaths of existence might simply vanish, swallowed by the earth or the hands of those reshaping history to fit their narrative. It challenges something primal within us, the desire to know where we came from, to understand where we're going. And in questioning this, it leaves us vulnerable to an even darker thought, that there may be things we were never meant to know. Whether Tartaria is truth or fabrication, one thing remains certain: its shadow lingers. Its absence, whether intentional or imagined, is a story in itself. There's a sharp, intrusive discomfort in not being able to put all the pieces together. That's what makes it deeply unsettling. As this journey ends, the mysteries remain. Was Tartaria truly the utopian empire believers claim, or are ghosts like these merely illusions woven into the fog of human curiosity? Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, this tale stirs a longing to peer through the cracks of history and a fear of the void that stares back. Turn off the lights, take one last look at your surroundings, and ask yourself, what lies hidden beneath your feet? What happens to the world when it forgets itself, leaving behind nothing but whispers? The story of Tartaria may seem far-fetched, but for those who dive deeper, it may be something far more terrifying, unavoidable questions about what we know, what we've forgotten, and what else remains waiting in the dark. Good night, and remember, no civilization is too great to be forgotten. Could ours be next?